Welcome to the next episode of More Geek Than Gay. This is Edward, and this time I got Joseph. And boy, we had a lot of rain here in Phoenix, and now it's just flippin' hot. Ugh. So instead of cooking breakfast, we went out to breakfast. And that's what you got. Us going out. Yeah. So let's get to it.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Tiny white stuff.
Ta-da! Look, it's Joseph.
Yes, I'm driving.
He's driving. I told you I'd get him back.
The only way you could get me back is me driving in the car.
What do you mean that's the only way I could get you back?
That's basically what it is. I'm always busy now.
Well, you are. You're busy. Busy. But, today we're going to breakfast. Yay, over to Bitsy Mama's, where we go periodically. Although we haven't in a while. And that's when I said, hey, you want to go to Bitsy Mama's?
And that's all you need to tell me is let's go to Bitsy Mama's, and I'll say, oh, hell yes, yep, love Bitsy Mama's.
How many times can we say Bitsy Mama's in just the course of a minute here? It's like, but...
It's like Beetlejuice, you say it 3 times.
No, that would be Miles Davis Moody.
I know, that's why I mentioned that.
Yeah.
I've been watching and listening.
And cake, man, bam! It was right there. It's like... what more could you ask for? But, so we're off to Bitsy Mama's, gonna get some food. He's also got to make a deposit for one of his, one of the things that keeps him busy all the time now.
My mom's party light show down in Tucson.
Okay, see, there you go.
I'm closing that show today.
Okay, see, he's doing the party light thing. So again, if you want some candles, there's a link.
Hook you up.
There's a link.
Right now there's a sale. I'll hook you up.
There's a sale even. There's a sale and a link. There's a linky sale. A saley link. Something like that. So, any highlights you want to hit people with on your life right now? Other than you're busy all the time?
I'm busy. Over at Joshua Tree, we're working on our gala.
Oh, yeah, the gala.
Yeah, we're working on the gala. Dart League is doing well. Jeannie and I are planning on the upcoming her travel schedule for the end of the year. That's it. As you told everybody, I left Compete just because I've been too busy. I haven't devoted much time to the magazine, so...
That's what I said.
I know.
Something had to give.
Something had to give, and so I let the magazine go. I'm still helping them out at other things.
It's... Something had to give, and it's better that it's the magazine than, you turning blonde and then dying.
I'm turning blonde?
Yeah, I made an obscure
reference?
Yeah. Marilyn Monroe, Something Had to Give.
Okay, whatever.
That's the movie. And then, and now we've never seen it. We've seen bits. I don't think they ever released even, I think they've only released, footage-ish of it. But, that's neither here nor there. Well, it's there, but so it's not here.
Wouldn't it be it was there because that happened in the 60s?
Well, that's there. It's temporally there. Speaking of temporally there, you finally watched Doctor Who.
Yes.
Look at that. It's like a segue, but not quite.
Correct. Like a segue with quiet and, dead air.
With
yes, I finally saw Doctor Who.
Yes. What did you think of it?
I liked it. I liked it. I had no problems and no issues with how everybody else was complaining about it. I thought it was one of those creepy little ooh things.
I liked it up until the last 10 minutes. I was perfectly fine with it up until the last 10 minutes. And
why? What's with the last 10 minutes?
My issue with the last 10 minutes is twofold. It's two of my problems with Moffat right now. And one, he rendered Clara, whatever, into being basically one of the two categories all women have to be in a Moffat universe, and that is a mother figure or a girlfriend. And since they established that she's not a girlfriend, well, look at that. She's now a nanny. I mean, and she was a nanny when they introduced her, but oddly enough, the nanny part was kind of a backseat. Now, we're pushing the nanny to the forefront since she can't be a girlfriend.
See, I didn't get that. I just thought they've already established that she's been in the Doctor's time, you know, throughout his generations. So it's just another part where she becomes part of his timeline. She was basically telling him, you know, it's okay to have things under your bed.
Yeah.
She wasn't turning into a mother figure. She was just, you know, you would say, then if you go by your theory, then she's a mother figure this whole time. Because she's the one who told the original Doctor to go use that TARDIS, not the other one that he was starting to go into.
No, that was not a mother figure thing. That was actually part of my other issue with Moffat. But that wasn't a mother figure thing. That was just a meddler.
And that's what she did right now.
No. This was more than meddling. This was her also being, you know, oh, I'll take care of you, even though she wasn't going to, because she was only there for that very moment. But she was stepping in and doing her job as a surrogate mother. She was doing the job a mother would do. Not meddling, but reassuring and all that. The same job that she did with potentially her new boyfriend just moments before, which made that really squicky, that she played super nanny to her own potential new boyfriend.
So when anybody reassures someone, they turn into a mother figure?
No.
Because that's what you just said.
No.
That is what you just said. When she was reassuring him, she turned into mother figure.
She would.
That's how you reassure.
That's different than just the meddling. That was part of the whole thing that was different than just meddling. There's other people who even notice that they're like sick and tired of her becoming a mother figure. So it's not just me who's noticed this. She's not just meddling. She's not just reassuring. She's becoming mom to the Doctor.
No, I disagree.
And this is something that Moffat does with women, is they're either girlfriends or moms.
No. Then how do you talk about the interspecies female relationship? They're not moms. They're girlfriends. No, but they're not girlfriends to each other. Doctor.
But they're girlfriends to each other. They're still girlfriends. Clara's still a girlfriend, actually, because he's made her a girlfriend to Pink. Potentially a girlfriend to Pink. He's falling back on his old habits that he did when he wrote the TV show Coupling, and he does that really well. I actually don't mind him turning her into a girlfriend for Pink, or for Mr. Pink. But those are the two women he can write. He can write mother figures or girlfriends. Donna was an independent woman. She was just a buddy to the Doctor. When he wrote Silence in the Library, do you know how he handled Donna? He got rid of Donna from most of the storyline of interacting with the Doctor and gave her a storyline of being a mother and a, well, wife, not necessarily girlfriend, and let the Doctor partner up with someone who was going to be his girlfriend. He doesn't know how to write women who are not girlfriends or mother figures.
I disagree.
My other problem is that this is the show turning back on itself again too much. It's this weird fanboy thinking, and fanboy thinking leads into two things. This one, because this is always fanboy thinking, but I can tell it's guided by fanboy thinking, where he's just going back into the minutia of the show's own history. Instead of expanding outward, he keeps on digging back into the past of the show's own past.
Because he's paying it homage. He's just saying he is doing, you know, it was neat to see the fact that they reference things in the past.
They reference something in the past that has never occurred or no one ever cared about before. And that's the Doctor's childhood.
Doesn't matter. Still, people talk about the Doctor's childhood. Every time the Master comes around, the Doctor's childhood comes up.
Only really since the new incarnation, and that's since Moffat started writing the Master.
Moffat's been since the beginning, since the reboot.
Moffat's the one that really introduced the idea of talking about them as children. Before, you just knew they went to school together. That was the extent of it. That they knew each other. They went to the academy or something together. Just like him and the Ronnie. Although the Ronnie and him might have dated, can't tell. But I wish that he would he had a whole new creature there, potentially. That instead of taking that creature and expanding it outward, he actually just buried that creature into the show's own past, so the show didn't expand at all. And now we don't even know whether that creature's really a creature, or if that's really just kids afraid of the dark.
Knowing Moffat, he'll come back. Look at the silence. Look at all these other creatures that have come back and has been expanded upon.
Well, there is something that, knowing Moffat, I'm expecting to see come back, and I'm really surprised that no one has talked about. And that is, in 4 episodes, we already have Clara twice having someone mention that they could see the entirety of her life, including the end, and then her quickly hushing them off going, I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
And that's 50% of the episodes where that's happening now. I think, and regardless of my problems with the last 10 minutes of listen, it was a very well crafted story. It was very deliberate, very thought out, very well crafted. This was not lazy writing that had that type of thing included in there and not realizing, oh, we just did this 2 episodes or 3 episodes ago. So since it's not lazy writing, it makes me think that it's very deliberate writing to include it again just 3 episodes later, and that this might be foreshadowing something for Clara.
She's gonna die.
I'm hoping that she doesn't die. Not that I'm a huge Clara fan, but I'm hoping that we find that the Doctor is actually manipulating her. Not necessarily for bad reasons, but for reasons that are important as far as he's concerned. Because he's already shown that he's mixing her into other people's timeline too, like Mr. Pink's. And for all of his problems with operating the TARDIS and getting places on time in the past, he's remarkably pinpoint accurate with getting her back on time to any interaction that has to do with Mr. Pink. And I would love to see this be a slightly darker Doctor who isn't above a little bit of manipulation, and then her finally figuring out that he's been manipulating her and her telling him, I can't deal with you anymore, and cutting her out of his life.
She's gonna die.
So I don't even remember what the preview was for the next episode. Do you remember what the next episode's supposed to be like?
No.
Yeah, I don't either.
We'll find out on Sunday.
Did they show a preview?
Yes, they always do.
They do, and I can't believe that both of us don't remember seeing it. The other thing that we saw and took care of, and actually I saw and then you finally saw, hey, what about that America's Got Talent?
Oh, God. Oh, Not happy, not happy, not
I told you he'd have a response to the...
Not happy at all. Okay. First off, the top 6. Only 4 deserved to be in the top 6. 2 did not. The one who won was one of the 2 who did not deserve to be in the top 6.
The one who won was the one who most did not deserve to be in the top 6, as far as I'm concerned. He did not... At least Miguel Dakota, I've learned his name now. Miguel Dakota had 2 songs that you went, you know what, I can see it, and he also did have that oh, so popular with the girls quality and all that.
Even though he couldn't dance.
Even though he couldn't dance. I could see you building a show around him.
But a sleight of hand magic act is not a Las Vegas big ballroom showroom act. How are you gonna do that?
A sleight of hand magic act who does the same sleight of hand that you've seen much better magicians do.
Yeah,
that's
look at
my
Wizard
big
Wars. Wizard Wars is better. The contestants on Wizard Wars is better than.
Yeah, and on there they're pointing out how, like, oh, we saw a flash, we can see the little trick that you're doing, and they're still better than he was. And they're only given, what, an hour to prepare or something like that?
Something like that, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not a show that we watch faithfully. It's one of those, it's like, oh, it's on.
Yeah, it's some sort of weird, like, found materials competition for magicians on Sci-Fi Channel.
With Penn and Teller.
With Penn and Teller. Which is really weird having Teller be one of the hosts. Because basically all you do is you get an occasional facial expression. That's all you do.
Or a mouth drop.
Yeah.
If you stun him. But anyways, back to America's Got Talent.
Back to America's Got Talent. My biggest objection was the magician being there at all. Okay, he was not even the best of the 3 magicians who had made it to the top. He was the worst of the 3 magicians that made it to the top, and yet he's the one who won.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, there wasn't a trick he did that I have not seen done better by other performers, except for, I will give him the one where he made the audience members perform his cards on stage.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that variation.
That's still a card trick, it's just in a bigger grandiose scale, which we'll only be able to do in Las Vegas.
Right. But
that's what he's got to do, is he's got to, do that. But then, at the same time in Las Vegas, why do you want to go through the hassle of bringing people up from the audience? A group of people, not just a person, but a group of people up to the audience.
Right.
It's too much of a hassle for a Las Vegas audience.
It is. But I will say, I haven't seen that type of... That in itself was something that I go, I haven't seen a magician do that. I don't automatically go, I've seen that before. If I think about it, I can kind of come up with similarities, but I didn't think automatically. Where every other trick he's done, I'm like not only saying, oh, I've seen that before, but hey, I have a book on sleight of hand magic card tricks, and I believe that that's like page 72 in the book. So your favorite, I believe, was number 2.
Oh, Emily West. Emily West, Acro Army. I thought either one of those 2, I would have been very happy to win.
I would have been happy with Emily West. Acro Army, I wouldn't have been upset, but I wouldn't have chosen them. My 2 were Emily West and Sons of Serendip.
Oh, I love Sons of Serendip, but I didn't know how they could translate to a Las Vegas act. Once we got to the semifinals, whether I liked them or not, I thought, now I got to think Vegas.
See, and that was my problem, is am I looking at the most talented, or am I looking at the one that's most Vegas-y? And Acro Army would even be better Vegas than Sons of Serendip, or easier Vegas. But Sons of Serendip, I thought, were the most talented. And that's how come they automatically, that actually gave me this slight edge, and I figured, you know what, it's up to a producer to figure out how to make a show around them. So, but they're the most talented. I am looking forward to them putting out an album. Then again, I've also, every other performer that I've liked who's been 3rd or 4th place, I've looked forward to putting out an album, and
Very disappointed.
At least one of them, I'm still waiting for her to put out an album. I'm talking to you, Butterscotch. I love you. Where's your album?
We're here.
I know, we're here at breakfast, so it is time for us to eat. We're gonna go eat now. Nom nom nom. Say bye.
Have a good day. Goodbye. Good night.
Yay.